Hi there. How are you? So let's get acquainted quickly. You can call me the allowed one because that's my social media handle. At the allowed one on Twitter, it's TheALOUD and the number one in digit form. Okay. Um, if you check the YouTube link in the video, you will see, because YouTube is also now gonna start using handles. You will see that's also what I chose as my YouTube handle. Anyways, um, I'm a concerned citizen, South African citizen, and our country is in shambles, guys. Okay, so I'm just, this is my effort to try and help, I guess, fix, or at least try to fix some of the things that, at least in my view, need to get fixed, and I am going to do my best to steer away from the usual stuff, because there's enough people on the usual stuff. I'm gonna like, hopefully steer away from the usual stuff, but really like tackle issues that on a daily, on a real personal level, that people would really like to see get changed. So just a bit of intro there. Never mind me. I'm a nobody. If you happen to know me by my first name and everything, congratulations. That's fine. But this is really not about me. I want this to be about the content of what it is that I have to say. All right? So when you interpret what I'm saying, I could be wrong, and I mean, I hope I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, then I guess there's, opportunity to learn from people who know what the right thing is regarding whatever the issue is that we would be discussing at the time. But what I'm saying is, let us just, you know, interpret the content of this video in terms of the specific topic within the parameters of, you know, everybody has their right to their opinion, you know. What's the thing? To each their own, different strokes and different folks, and if the shoe fits. And personally, honesty is the only policy. People say the best, but I say the only. But yeah, because I don't want to end up getting involved in arguments that take away from the actual issue, right? So let's just calm down a little bit and really try to get this thing to a place where we can all benefit. So I am gonna be releasing a series of videos. I don't know the intervals, if it's gonna be every week or whatever. At this point, I'm gonna say every week. Today is the 9th of November 2022. It is 14:56 in South Africa. That's now as I'm recording. Okay, so I call these videos the call out videos, because my intention is, with each topic, I'm gonna call out the organizations involved calling them out as in invite them to come explain then, because sometimes you get frustrated, but it's due to lack of understanding, because these people are far from us, the lawmakers and all these other people, government wise, whatever. And I don't want to politicize these things, honestly. So I'm not trying to, really speak to ministers, or because I want to speak to people that can make a real change. Okay, I don't know any minister who's done anything that matters, really. Anyways, I don't want to get into politics. So, topic number one. And for the most part, the topics are going to be questions, yeah? So, here's what I would like to know. Why is it that today I can get stuck at a toll gate in South Africa? Not because I don't have money in my account, but because I don't have cash on me, because I don't have a credit card, but more specifically because they don't accept my debit card for payment. Why am I not able to use my debit card to pay at the toll gate? That's what I'm asking. In 2022 November in South Africa, and just please get the right interpretation. I'm not talking e-tolls, okay? I'm talking the toll gate. And this, I believe, is a long-standing issue way before e-tolls. Now there's an announcement regarding e-tolls, whatever. There's enough people on that issue. I don't know anybody that's on this issue. Why is it that I can use my card at all those shops at the mall? No issue. At my local tuck shop, no issue. Take a lot delivery guys, Mr. D delivery guys, I can swipe my debit card. But no. Not at the toll gate, my dog. Why, guys? Like, why? You know, that is so frustrating. It's so oppressive. And, it's traveling season now. You probably put in leave, you've planned your leave, you're gonna travel. There's enough toll gates if you're gonna go to Limpopo. Now, you gotta withdraw cash for these things. Who likes carrying cash? Right? Who likes carrying cash when there's all these muggings and hijackings and all of these things? Right? So, to the people at Sanral and the people, I guess, at the Department of Transport, I don't want to say Fikile Mbalula because I'm really not trying to speak to ministers, but I assume he must give a go ahead on some level at some point. But I'm talking to, like, head of policy at Sanral. What is the basis for this thing? Why do I have to get stuck? Yes, I don't have 100 million in my account, but I've got enough to pay. I've got the card, and I don't have this card trying to be unreasonable, forcing to use it here. I've got this card because I can use it everywhere. So if I get in the car and I see the card is there, I know I'm sorted. But no, you guys have a policy that just goes against what the norm is. What's that about? Imagine if all the places where you have to present your ID for you to get help then said, no, the ID is not good enough. You must bring a passport. Right? Because the ID would be the equivalent of the debit card, and the passport would be the equivalent of the credit card because they accept credit cards at the toll gates. But who has a passport and doesn't have an ID? Who has a credit card but doesn't have a debit card? So the card that everybody has for the most part is the one that they don't accept. And the one that's discretionary is the one that they're like, yeah, we'll take this one. So who, I don't know, in your brainstorming sessions when you people came up with this thing, who said, yeah, that's the one? I don't mind the guy that came up with the suggestion. We can forgive him. But who rubber stamped this thing and approved it to be policy? Because that is then the result of the experience that we're getting every day here. You know, and I'm not even talking from the perspective of somebody who drives. Well, I'm not talking as somebody who drives through toll gates all that often, not at all. But at one time, and I think it's worse for me because people that drive through these things every day have it in their minds, like, their minds are conditioned. Joe, I gotta have. I know when I get there. Now, for me, randomly, if I'm driving and I get a call and I'm like, let me on ramp, and then I bump into a toll gate. I've got my card here. Now I gotta get stuck. Like, why? Like, imagine if I won the lotto jackpot. I assume that money would be in my debit account. Imagine, so I could have all that money and still get stuck at the toll gate. Guys. And these are people that wake up every day, wear suits, and look like they know what they're doing. And we must trust them to run this country to get to whatever the promised land is. No, no, guys. So I'm I'm calling out Sandra, the transport department, to say, guys, unless there is a real reason, and I'm talking like, because I think it's gonna be like there's no middle ground. It's either all those shops at the mall are crazy to be taking credit cards, or you guys are full of shit. It's either or. There's no middle ground here. You understand? It's you gotta give like an Einstein reason. Like you gotta give some reason. Like, no, we're trying to prevent another Gupta landing this time at the toll gates. Like it's gotta be like, you know, a matter of state security type of vibe. Because then what else is there? What else is there? I mean, really, guys. So look, you guys have the speed points already at these things. I'm reading an article the other day. FNB apparently is piloting a project where it's a tap to pay, like a tap to pay system at the toll gates, right? And I think they're doing that because it's traveling season now. So there is a project that is in place to make it easier for people to pay. But this one thing of us using our debit cards, nobody's attending to that. I don't get it. If anybody does, please. But not just anybody. People in the powers that be. Right? Please. I have sent emails. I have tried to get an interview with the people at Sandral regarding this. Their response was, because they just made an announcement on the e-tolls. There's going to be a press conference at some point in November still. And at which point all these matters, because they are related, then in the press conference, those matters will then be addressed. So I agreed, because I mean, if they're not gonna wanna do the interview, it's not gonna happen. So I said, okay, sharp, we'll wait for the press conference whenever. But then I then went and decided then to take this approach with the call out videos. So that's the first video. Sunrow, if it's the board of directors, if it's the CEO, if it's the operations guy, if it's the minister of transport who must do this thing, can we be able to use our debit cards to pay at the toll gates? Okay, we're not even trying to ask for discounts. With e-tolls, people were saying, we don't want to pay the e-tolls. We don't want to pay. I'm saying, can I pay in the most convenient way? I'm not on the discount tape as yet. You know what I mean? Come on. Come on. So, the people at Sandral, you're going to get this in your inbox. If you respond within 72 hours to say that, you know, you're going to maybe do a young interview, which will be podcast format, which is already what I asked you to do, you guys to do, fine. But if you don't get back in the next 72 hours, it is what it is. Whenever you make your announcement and you include this particular thing about debit cards not being allowed for payment at the toll gates, give credit where it's due. That's all I'm saying, you know. But I'm gonna wait the 72 hours. So today is a Wednesday, 9th of November. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'll give it till Monday. Let's give it working days, yeah? So I'll give it till Monday. If there's nothing in my inbox in terms of a response to you guys, I don't know. Then we see. Hopefully you address it in your press conference. But then I will do my next call out video. It'll be nothing to do with Sanral and Transport Department. Okay. So yeah, guys. If you do find this on your Twitter, if I shared in whatever manner with you, is only because I want you guys to share this thing. Let it go viral. And please subscribe. Click the notification button. Subscribe, guys, because what happens with these things, usually they telling you no, but you must do a petition and whatever. So I can just present the subscription numbers as petition. Hopefully that's gonna work, you know. But let's do that and then share this video with whoever. Let it go viral, and then let's meet on the next one. At the allowed one on Twitter, TheALOUD, and the number 1 digit form. Until then, sharp fade.